I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over.
When you get to hell, tell him Duke sent you.
Alright, what's up, people? I'm not sure what's up with my desktop. Not getting any sound out of it. Let's see where we're at. What's up, what's up? Alright, I think I got to redo my chat. Hang on one second. I had to restart a new stream. Give me a second. Get the proper stuff up here. Alright, now I got the right chat up. Let's see where we are. What's up, Fluffy Toke? The hell are you doing in the middle of the Gulf Coast? Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Alright, so if you guys haven't noticed by the title, it's not, not going to be a live stream for most. Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure you get an audio check. Even though I just remembered I could probably just check it for myself. Do this. So, first fights we got going on so far. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be watching it. Hopefully you guys are, so you guys can keep up and know what's going on. Okay, so it's Jessica Andrade versus Teresa Torres. I don't know who either one of these are. I've already know who one of them is, but yeah, my Wi-Fi is actually pretty crappy. I was gonna make sure if you guys get a lot of buffering, just let me know. Now, if you guys remember, if you guys are into the UFC and you guys follow it, things will make a lot more sense to what I'm saying. Otherwise, it's gonna be just a ear beating. And then hopefully maybe you'll enjoy it. Go ahead and go to Fox Live, free fights. So number 2, Jessica Andrade versus number 5, Teresa Torres. Right now they're kind of just doing the tail of the tape. Doing teletape and talking about their skill sets and whatnot, which I am definitely not qualified to do. Now, most of you must know I have a tight interest in MMA. So when I'm not online, this is what I'm doing, watching UFCs. I have another UFC channel that I do this, but figured, why not just do it here. For the people that do follow, a lot of you guys will know that strawweight division actually is, for the women's division, is actually started stepping up. They hired a lot of girls to start fighting again and actually become more of the more exciting fights. What's up, Eddie? What's up, Hang Now? No, I definitely can't. Well, you know what? Let me see if I can. I'll see if I can find the fights on here just so. I don't care if I get a strike. It doesn't really matter that much. I don't see anything on right now though. But they started fighting. I know they both got real good jiu-jitsu backgrounds, but Jessica Andrade definitely has a better pedigree. And like I said, we can always see what happens. You know, some family may show up and end up deciding to go into random topics, but basically, I'm just hanging out watching the fights. Don't get too many opportunities. Just relax and watch them. Let's see. I'll go ahead and check out. Let me go ahead and make a Zoom account right now. Get that out the way just in case. So if anybody does want to jump on, like I said, just having a fun. I'm probably not even going to talk very much because I watch the fights. But we'll see who comes in and go from there. We'll go ahead and set this up real quick. I can tell you right now, both the girls are swinging. They're going for knockouts. Alright, let's see, get this started. Post one. Keep forgetting to just use the app that I have. I still, man, big, huge thanks to the Logic. Finally got, so now I got that Zoom, and don't even have to hassle with it. Full length, no 40-minute limit, so it's endless. The other day I had it running. I think I had it running for like probably a good 3.5 hours straight. Just let it run, just because. If anybody, 1 second. If anybody's coming to the chat, I'm not gonna be able to see it for a second. So 1 second. Start this. Starting this up right now. I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah, because I know I didn't even I started it like now, and I didn't even address it to start until till I think 6:30. So I think, matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the title. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Go ahead and change the title and actually see if we can get a good stream out of this one. I'll just keep the fights on in the background. But first, let me get to all that stuff. Let's see. Go ahead and do that. Not sure if you guys caught it. I was on Red Rhetoric's live stream earlier today, where they constantly trying to pick a fight with people. Let's see. Alright, that should make it a little bit better. That's saved, that's done, everything's good. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I changed the title so it should get some more people in here now. Yeah, so I was on Red's live stream earlier today, and they were talking about SpaceX, and I made one comment in the chat. Made one comment in the chat about how SpaceX videos look funny, and they had like a field day trying to pick a fight with me for even saying it, which I thought was pretty funny. What's up, Eddie? How you doing, man? Yes, peace, my friend. And it just everything you realize, if you should be telling, just to even help the Glovers out, you should let them know, like, leave like your reasoning for like 5 or 6 like like 5 or 6 sentences at a time, and then stop, because every time they want to like act like, you know, you guys are stupid for thinking that way type shit. It's so easy just to go, well, hate to like bust it to you and make you realize it so suddenly, but yeah, all you do is contradict yourselves every single time. The smartest thing to do if you have to deal with a Glover is to just let them talk. They'll eventually just hang themselves. That's all there is to it. They can't even help themselves. There we go. Got the chat up. See where it goes. I didn't even go ahead and share this because I don't think I even share. I think I shared it like to like just my Twitter. My Twitter. Go ahead and start doing that. All right. What's been going on, guys? It's been actually a while since I've got on. Been doing a little bit of work here and there. Let's see. Be sure to change that in a second. My apologies. Right now I'm just kind of sharing it through all the usual places that I share. See if we can get some family here. See what's going on. See if anybody wants to jump on the panel. Like I said, I am kind of. I'm watching the fights. I'm not really watching. I'm waiting for the main event, but it is on in my background. Let's see. Like I said, I do have a a, a UFC, or basically a MMA live face or YouTube channel. I do. I haven't in a while, but I would occasionally be on there a lot more. But I haven't in a while. I think I'm gonna get back into it. So those of you who do enjoy MMA, I'll be doing that pretty soon. So I'll have the 3 channels. Though I haven't been on Frontline in a while. I think I'm gonna live stream from that tomorrow, just because I haven't in a while. We'll go ahead and just finish saving or sharing these real quick, and I'll get back in here. All right. So, like I said, anybody wants to jump on and see what's going on with the families, we go ahead and get that link. I'll throw it out there. See if what Dre's doing. See if they want to jump on. Let's see if you know what? I slacked off. I wanted to have an actual debate with Madon. I was gonna set it up for this weekend. I mean, let's face it, it wouldn't be too difficult to set up a debate with Madon. So sent those out. But let me get back to what I was saying. I was having a conversation with Red and his little gaggle of girls, and topic was the SpaceX launch, which happened to be canceled right as he was fanboying all over the rocket. I said in the chat, yeah, I think what the problem is, a lot of people are realizing that there's a lot of fuckery going on with the video feeds. Like we see the same feeds every time we're watching, and they took that as me saying I just debunked SpaceX. So Red Rhetoric tells me to jump on, which I do because it's fun to have arguments with them fools. And the second I got on, 4 more people jump on, and they want to act like I had told everyone I was going to debunk SpaceX. So they just made themselves look like fools, assuming and making stuff their own little thing. Let's see who's here. Don. All right, cool. Dre's gonna jump on a little bit. What's up, Madonna?
What's up, man? The Most High told me you needed me.
The Most High told. So you talked to him personally now?
Nah, man. I had this vibe come over me, man. It said Sean G was trying to holler, so here I go.
That's funny.
But it's real.
So, like I was saying, I was actually just saying a minute ago, I did say I wanted to do a debate with you, and I realized that I slacked off on getting that going this week.
Oh, it's all good, homie. But we can talk, we can build. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But like I was saying, earlier today I was on Red Rhetorics, and I had just said that I questioned a lot of the footage that I had seen, and that was the basis of why a lot of flat earthers don't believe anything about SpaceX. And then what they told me was, well, do you believe that SpaceX gives a flying fuck about the people? Basically saying, that video footage that they have isn't for them, it's for their engineers, and out of the goodness gracious of their hearts, they decided to put it on YouTube for us to watch live. So I said, okay, well, then why would they have come out with a statement about the footage? I'm sure a lot of you know there's like a lot of it was the same footage, most of it being just the feed a few seconds back or whatever. The landing was the same video feed. I'm like, well, why would they come out with a memo or a statement to the people saying, hey, this is what happened on live. One of the streams were down, blah blah blah. And then he says, well, if they cared that much, SpaceX would put the time and put the effort into their production and have more cameras. Because I said, why don't they have more cameras? And he said, well, they're not going to put all that money into it for us because they don't care. And then another one comes on and says, well, they fixed the upload. They took the live stream, edited it, and put the other. They said the other the camera that wasn't working, its feed on. So now you see the two different feeds. I said, well, it sounds like they put their time and everything into it. Well, sure enough, they get all up and roar like I just said that I debunked SpaceX. And then I realized there's a group of people that are worth it. I think it's worse than just calling them Glovers. They're these fanboys of rockets. And it worries me.
What? Yo, man, SpaceX was real, man. I don't know why people in such denial about that.
That's the thing. I didn't say it was fake. I believe in rockets. I believe in space. Now, the whole return thing, I think here's the thing. There's so many F-ups when it comes to the footage that they're showing us over and over and over again. It's clear that they're hiding something.
I don't think they're hiding anything, man, because even the footage, I even seen the footage when they did it. Well, I think that was last year sometime where where it missed the target, and I seen multiple videos where the thing have when they try to hit that landing pad, it have crashed at least 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
So to me, they still trying to perfect it, and one of them, the last time they did it with the SpaceX, the one they with the car, one went into the ocean and one landed.
I mean, crash landed and all that stuff.
Right, but you mean I'm just saying one crash and one fell into the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. I forgot which ocean it was, but one landed, man, and I don't see them hiding anything. I don't see nothing they're hiding. Like,
Well,
why?
of course they got to show the trial, the tribulation of this magnificent project. So why would they just go, hey, yeah, we got it, perfect, there we go? It's kind of the same thing. Like they've been doing all this talk about this special craft that they have that will be able to navigate on Mars, and they're saying it like it's this revolutionary thing, right? But here's the thing: don't we forget that there's supposed to have been a Mars rover on Mars for years now.
But see, this is outside of NASA, though.
So
This ain't this.
No,
I mean, you gotta think about it.
says,
So
hey,
it's like
it says
you have a private. Say what?
Here's the thing: they say it's outside of NASA, but do you think NASA's not 100% involved in everything they're doing?
I don't think they are. I don't think NASA is, because I've seen the critics from NASA. They talk about the guy Elon Musk, or whatever his name is. A lot of them don't like this guy. Because to me, I think what Elon Musk is doing is revolutionary, because if you're a citizen, right, and you got the money and funds, to me he's a stepping stone to the future. So if you got the money and you want to send your rocket in space or do whatever, you can. You don't have to fund NASA. To me, that was showing to me. You don't have to fund NASA. You can say hell to NASA and launch your own shit if you got the money.
Okay. Now here's something I haven't heard anybody say. They launched a Tesla car into space, correct?
That's correct.
Does that Tesla car send data readouts and or anything?
I don't know what is it doing now, but NASA is actually tracking it. I think through like the Hubble or something. I saw that. Like
Okay.
NASA's keeping their eye on it.
They keep their eye on a lot of stuff up there. Even space
Right.
trash. Space trash for the reason of making sure, I guess you could say, that none of it hits anything special. Now,
Right.
you do realize that there's a treaty between the countries that state that they will not use space to dump landfill and debris. Like they can't use space as a landfill.
Right.
Now you tell me how that car is anything less than trash in space that they threw out there.
Well, I think it depends on what kind of trash it is.
Okay, are they retrieving that car? Are they going to bring that car back to test it and see how it was in space? No, right? Probably not.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
that leaves it. That's space trash. It's not a scientific device. That's space trash.
Well, you can't really just call it trash because it's still put together.
Okay, so what you're telling me? Okay, so a satellite that stops working, but they can't retrieve, that's not space debris?
Well, yeah, I give you that. They can call it that, but to me, a lot of that stuff it'll burn up on re-entry.
Okay.
When it re-enter,
you're right.
It'll burn.
Okay. But we just said the car's not coming back.
Right, so we ain't got to worry about that kind of debris. So if the car, wherever the car drifting off in space,
that just means it's space trash.
Well, you can call it space trash, but to me, it's a Tesla. So you got hell. How many of us can? How many of us can afford one of those? You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something. If I drive a Tesla to a landfill and I park it where they dump the trash, and they bury it in the landfill, is that landfill or still just a Tesla?
Well, it's still a Tesla because I can apply one man's trash is another man's treasure. I can apply that to that. You see what I'm saying?
You're saying is a dirty diaper isn't trash, Madon?
No, that's what you said. If you park a Tesla next to the landfill, somebody working out there might say, "Damn."
Nope. They bury that bitch. It is in the landfill.
And next thing they got a video uploaded. Huh?
No. Like,
say what?
Like the Tesla gets buried in the trash. So it's buried. It's gone. It's in the landfill.
Okay. Well, yeah. That it's trash until
until it's
unless
trash, until it's unusable.
unless somebody. I mean, you can call it trash.
It's basically
but
trash until it's called trash once it becomes unusable, right? Basically, right?
well, if you drove it out there, how's it unusable?
Because once it gets buried and compacted, it's not going to be usable.
Have you heard of buried treasure, Sean?
I'm gonna fuck you up, Don. You fool.
But no, I get the point you're making though. We can call it trash, but I call it. It might to me it's a buried treasure. But I see a point you're making though. But you can call it space junk. I give you that.
But realistically, that's what it is, because it's not out there for any scientific reason. They just did it as a gimmick. So, and basically,
I don't think they just did it as a gimmick.
Oh, what other reason besides a gimmick?
Think about it. It's never been done before.
Okay, you want to know why it's never been done? Because you can't drive a car in fucking space.
No, man. What it was is, to me, it's like, I don't know, man. I saw it as groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Like,
wait.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're telling me? So you don't believe? Hang on. You don't believe that they could have ever launched a car into space?
Of course, but to me, by a private citizen, that was revolutionary.
You keep saying a private citizen, like NASA doesn't have their fingertips in everything they do.
Well, I mean, no, I don't think NASA had nothing to do with it.
Okay, you think NASA had nothing to do with it. You do realize that every country in the world that has a space agency has to report to NASA before they launch anything, right? You do understand that?
That's not true.
Bullshit, I guarantee you it's true.
Yo, do you think I ran? You think I ran when I ran launched their satellites? You think they're gonna call America like, hey, President Trump, Master Sir, I'm finna launch my satellites, sir. Is it okay with you, sir? Hell to the no.
Anything that's public, like satellites, anything that's public, like test missiles or anything like that, yes, they do report all those to the militaries, and yes, they do have.
No, that's not true, Sean. Because that's why.
Look it up, Madon.
That's why they mad at my man in North Korea. They're like, oh well, North Korea had launched another undisclosed test of this, and the third. They don't find out until like the next day until it go off on somebody's radar.
What are you talking about? They find out the second they shoot them, and the reason is because North Korea is the enemy.
I'm not saying I'm just saying multiple.
You think Iran's the enemy? Look, put it this way: we can know Russia shoots something off, but it doesn't mean we know it's a spy satellite, and that's how it works.
Iran is not. Iran is who's enemy? Iran is not my. They're not my enemy.
No, I know they're nobody's enemy. That's why they're never hiding anything.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So Iran, according to the powers that be, the colonizers, they calling Iran. They might say, "Oh, that's against the law," because the colonizer want to colonize everything and everybody. So to me, when these
saying, Madonna, because all I was saying is that they have to report to NASA, and you're talking about colonizers, like they're sending people to Mars.
I'm telling you because a lot of these countries see NASA as a colonizer, like Europeans working up in there, so they want them to report everything, and people like Iran and different countries in Africa, they like, the hell with y'all. We ain't got to tell y'all a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? This is our soil. We're a sovereign government. So if we want to launch something in space, we ain't got to tell y'all shit. Because if I had some shit, if I had the money to do it, I wouldn't tell nobody a motherfucking thing. If I want to launch my shit, I'm going to launch it. You see? But that's just me.
What I'm saying, because what you're saying, I don't know what this whole colonizer thing. Oh, well, I don't believe in any of that crap, and I don't think that's how life worked.
Are you serious? I'm talking about, when I say colonizers, I'm talking about the people who went around colonizing everything.
Yeah.
They still colonizing. They want to colonize space if they could.
I think all races do that though. I don't believe it's.
Yeah. What, man? Are you serious?
Where are you, Madonna? Where do you live? What state?
I'm in Alabama. I was in Pennsylvania.
Okay, you're in Alabama right now. I'm in California.
Right.
You're telling me that just black people were just everywhere, or do you believe?
Right, because we originated here.
Oh, we did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
Shadow. So that's a good idea. I don't want to talk about that. So do you realize that if you're saying that we originated here, You do realize
Mhm.
that the first man wasn't black then, right?
What?
Yeah, okay. So
The first man wasn't black.
yeah. Like the earliest bones, you realize they weren't like a dark-skinned person and all that stuff.
Well, you know me. I believe in the flood. I believe in Pangea. I believe the continents was all together, but when the flood happened, they split apart.
Why would the
So
flood
I
do
think
that?
everybody was on one
Let's okay.
landmass.
Okay, that's the other thing. So a lot of people had a lot to say about my the little live stream I had on my phone, and I was talking about erosions and all that stuff, and they like to make the Grand Canyon to have happened from this flood. And a new one I heard is
That's a
that,
fact.
and a new one I heard was it was from Noah's flood.
That's a fact.
Okay, but Don, when Noah's
It carved it out.
Noah's Ark is, oh yeah, perfect. I'm happy you said that. Where Noah's Ark is supposedly at. Do you like? I know you don't know exactly, maybe, but do you have a guess about the elevation?
Well, that shit. Noah's Ark will never be found because to me, all those people say, "Yeah, we found the Ark is on Mount Ararat."
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's the mountain they land on. But to me, from my studies, Noah and them used that wood, man, to build houses and shit. Once the water receded,
which
so I don't
makes
think they ever
sense.
find that
I
boat.
I would think that makes more sense than
Yeah, that
anything.
makes more sense to me.
But here's the problem.
Right, that's what I think. I don't think, you know what I'm saying?
Here,
What's up?
here's the problem. Where they say that Noah's Ark settled, and when they say settled, that means that the water level was much higher than where the boat was supposedly found, right? If that were the case, if that were the case, the floods would have been thousands of feet above the Grand Canyon. So you explain to me how a flood that covers thousands of miles or in a circumference around the Grand Canyon would automatically make a mile wide and a mile deep canyon. Do you realize that
Because see,
if it
what
was
happened
from
was
the
to me.
flood and it was from like a drainage type situation, the Grand Canyon would probably be about 1,000 miles wide.
Well, this is how I see it. When they said the waters of the deep open and sprung up, to me it's like the water bust open. The pressure, it was so pressure, it pressurized. It was pressure, so it came up from the bottom and created the canyon. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. That's what I think happened, and I think that's what happened when the continents separated. They came up. The waters from the deep separated everything. You know what I mean? And that's why I think the canyon was formed, man. It carved it out, and the water was moving fast. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
where's the deposits
What do you mean with the deposits of what?
of the flood? So they also like to use like Mount St. Helens, the eruption they had recent or years ago. And
Uh,
here's the thing: Mount St. Helens is a perfect example of what a flood would, the debris in a flood would look like. That turmoil, just trees sticking out of everywhere, mud. It's just a mix of everything, right? You realize there's none of these deposits at the end of the Grand Canyon
deposits of what?
of settlement, trees, everything that would have been tumbling in a flood.
Well, Sean, to me, the water reached the heavens, man, the top of the sky,
Yeah, but okay, but now we tried that. Where are the heavens?
the sky.
So the sky is
It's more
heaven.
than one.
Yeah, no. But which one?
I'm glad the brother Young Pharaoh brought that out because I
Man,
had been
wow.
explaining that
Okay,
time and time. When people talk
but
about the firmament, when they talk about the firmament, we're talking about the sky.
okay.
What's up?
Here's the thing. I give your info more credit than little
Mhm.
fucking Pharaoh's credit. I listened to about
No,
20
I mean
minutes.
I'm just giving. Well, I'm just saying. Well, he brought out a fact that, and I could tell the
He
brother
didn't
had
have
been
any.
listening
He
because
didn't have any
he had
facts.
been listening because I be telling. I told Sanchez, Dre, everybody over and over and over and over. This firmament is talking about the sky,
Okay, but here's the
and
problem.
he said that, and he was right on point. I'm just giving him credit where credit due.
But here's the thing. So 1% of what he said, you believe. The rest
Oh
are
no,
all full of shit.
the young brother was going in, man. He
No,
gave Sanchez that work.
no. Wow.
Yes. I
Put it this
will
way.
tell
I
Sanchez
listened
that
to
too,
that.
brother.
I listened to that in the 20 minutes that I listened to. I went, this dude is nowhere near Bro Sanchez's caliber. Why is he fucking debating this dude? I should be
Oh,
debating
come
that
on, man!
guy.
You gotta get a young brother
That
credit.
dude was a
Brought his
joke.
information.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, you're right. He's the only Glover that's gone against Bro Sanchez that actually brought his own stuff, his own slides. Here's the problem. He's stupid, and he didn't realize that every time he talked, he contradicted himself. Every time
How?
how?
I watched the whole thing.
You're crazy.
I'm just asking you how. Like, point it out. Like, what contradiction? I didn't see any.
Oh, just everything